get those fairs off, those aerials to get in against Game & Watch. But again, that up B out of shield is so devastating to anyone trying to approach. So but it's going to be a defensive game for sure.
Oh, for sure. Miker likes playing the game patiently as well. And here we have Miker starting off, getting hit, but I mean, you see that up B already coming out. And yeah, right now, I mean, it's going to be interesting seeing how this goes out. Miker, I think, again, I mentioned the improvement. When I first played him, I like double 3-stocked him, you know, but this was like, you know, he's like a freshman, you know, he's just first starting going to his tournaments and stuff. The last time I played him, he was he took me a last hit both games, you know, so like just little things like that, being able to make that climb up, I really have a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, I think that's what I really like about college and having really, really well-developed like Smash scenes and clubs, because they'll bring the best out of some of these like usual O2ers into like and turn them into potential top 8ers, potential PR and whatnot. And right now, I mean, Burrito's with quite the lead, utilizing Pound very strategically and just not, or you know, like picking his poison when it comes to approaching, not letting Miker get those uppies out of shield, and it's been working for him.
No, I still like that Miker is, you know, taking his time with it, though, not in super of a rush. And by the way, just to be clear, I am going to be biased in this commentary.
Oh, no.
Miker's my guy, all right? That's my boy. I love hanging out with him, playing Smash with him. He is one of the homies, so I am going to be a bit biased, but Burrito is doing a good job at keeping Miker at bay, keeping him humble with this stage control. Yeah, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't really realize with Game & Watch, because they're so stuck in that mindset that he's really good at advantage. The only real way he can get in advantage is through the up B, but really, really good dash attack from Burrito to get that kill. And now that he has the lead, all he has to do is kind of just circle camp, really, under the stage, above the stage, trying to go for that down smash to their Miker, but now getting hit by 32%. I mean, if you're Burrito, stay back. Don't need to approach. Yeah, for sure. I know Miker tells me about how he'll complain about how, like, on Elite Smash and online, everyone just, like, starts circle camping the Game & Watch players. So he's got experience against that kind of style. And, I mean, so far, I mean, he's putting up a very good fight against a very solid player in Burrito. Oh, the Sing. I don't think that's what he wanted, but Miker going to make the most out of it with that Nair. Only getting 2, but 70% on the board. I mean, you can't complain, right? Especially against Burrito, who has the lead. And he's been doing really, really well of just keeping Miker. No! What? No! Mix-ups! Oh, nah. Miker, no. Not my GOAT.
Hey, I was about to say, what happened to your boy,
when you find out your GOAT washed, this is tough.
Yeah, now, again, this is the lead that I was talking about. Burrito, once he just gets that, doesn't necessarily need to approach, but he's going to do it anyway. He doesn't really, you know, care about if Miker gets those up Bs, because there really isn't a lot of risk when you're at a low percentage. So Burrito's playing this perfectly, and on small battlefield too, where there's not a lot of space for Miker to sit back. This is, so far, a perfect plan from Burrito.
Oh, for sure. And the aerial drift that Jigglypuff has allows them to space the attacks really well, to where even if you don't connect with the back air, having that range, having that aerial drift, it means that it's going to be hard to up the out shield and get that punish. So it's a lot more of just like footsies and air-to-air combat rather than just like, you know, sing and shield like you want to as Game & Watch.
And it really does just come down to who can win those, you know, those battles in the air. Oh, missed the tech. Speaking of air battles, getting that forward air to get the reversal and get a 2-stock in that first game. I mean, again, Burrito not letting Miker kind of press a button first and then planning accordingly, because in this game, you really got to consider positions, and that's exactly what Burrito was doing. He planted his foot down on that ledge, and this was crazy, by the way. Like, what? Why do you go for that?
Man.
But yeah, kind of just planting your foot down in positions and then, like, trying to bait out your opponent.
Yeah, for sure.
See what moves they throw out, and then, again, punish accordingly, because going for those back airs, Miker had the right idea, but didn't want to overextend, was a little bit too timid, and then Burrito just caught it with that forward air, no tech. I mean, that's going to be perfect, again, perfect game one.
It's a more methodical game when you have, like, the game really slows down in this kind of matchup when both of them are super floaty, have super safe options.
Yeah, exactly.
Will just explode off of one touch. So, I mean, being able to capitalize on that sort of reaction-based gameplay, being able to, you know, bait in bad options and get those punishes is really important as a Jigglypuff player.
Yeah, and I saw Miker get that down throw into the Nair. He's been dropping a lot of combos, so if he really wants to claw his way back and win game number 2 and potentially take the set, he's got to be a little bit more consistent. I think that's the only real critique that I have for Miker, because Burrito has been more consistent with his combos, getting these drill combos, even, you know, hitting his aerial combos as well. So.
Yeah, the double forward airs. Those are demoralizing. It doesn't do like the most damage, but it just feels bad when you get hit by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, why'd you get hit by it?
There are certain attacks where it's just like, it feels like, oh, I'm in a bad spot if you get hit by it twice. You know what I mean?
I'm in danger.
Oh, wait. Unfortunate SD right there, but
went a little bit too low. Was too scared, really, because Burrito, again, maintaining his position on that ledge and just scaring Miker to the point where he wanted to recover low, and SD'd right there. I mean, what more can you ask? That's really tough right there.
Bit of pressure, you know what I mean? Maybe a little bit, you know, those stream nerves, you know
Mind
what I mean?
games
Being on
even.
the big stage.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
Burrito is not afraid of the moment whatsoever. Miker, a bit more unfamiliar to being at this large of a tournament, you know what I mean? So, but it's so cool, obviously, seeing him put up a solid fight, but I mean, the damage is starting to stack up. He's getting some neutral wins, but he's not really getting the combos.
Yeah, and it's, he had that read, but just didn't have a lot of confidence in how he was going to get that dash attack off. But again, another thing I'm noticing, gets the up smash, catching Burrito a little bit, you know, too aggressive with that forward air. Something that Miker hasn't been doing, like, out of shield was a lot of uppies getting hit by there and going to lose that stock. But a lot of disadvantage options that Miker has that he can abuse, because your Game & Watch, that uppie is really, really good and just hasn't been able to do that. Go for a random judge. Can't blame him.
And there's a lot of, like, invincibility in his attacks as well. I mean, we saw with that up smash, you know, he really just lets that thing fly, and it's just going to hit, because that helmet really is some nasty work. And he was able to take that stock there, and we're going to try and see if he can build a bit of a comeback. He's winning neutral and getting some hits off, but I don't know if it's enough.
Yeah, and Burrito kind of just fishing for a potential landing up air into a rest maybe, but good uppie to come back, going for this down smash. Gets it this time at the sweet spot to take that. It's definitely possible for Miker now, even though at first it wasn't looking too good.
Burrito kind of caught playing with his food, right? Being a little bit too aggressive with the edge guards, and, you know, with that great recovery, you already know that Miker's going to make it back, and he's going to bring it to a one-stock situation and lose the game because he got the edge guard.
And even, even though Game & Watch's recovery is really good, it's very, very easy to kind of predict when they're going to use up, because for the most part, they're not going to use it up high. They're going to use it trying to recover low. And so being able to catch the aerial drift, that really doesn't help. That Game & Watch is floaty as well. So, and that back air, devastating. That back air will take stocks, will take names. And Hamburger going to take that set 2-0 against Miker. But honestly, really, really good effort from Miker. Still need a few, you know, things to work out on. But again, like you said, the inexperience really playing its role here for Miker.
Yeah. I think just being able to sort of, I guess, keep your composure in a sense. I mean, he seemed pretty, like, chill, given, like, the body language. But when things like this happen, like, you kind of get over your head and, like, you try grabbing, and then Burrito pulls out some tricks out of his hat, and I mean, it's important just to hold yourself accountable, you know what I mean, and just like stay honest and not overthink anything. So
that overextension there, that was
the overextension there, kind of the defining story here in this set.
And again, lack of confidence really for a lot of the options that he had. Like, I saw that he was holding shield a little bit too much when there were a lot of instances where he could have grabbed, or even, again, up B is a really, really good tool. Like, when in doubt, up B and out. That's literally the whole thing with Game & Watch, and it just works. It's crazy. Miker, of course, maybe nerves playing a part. Really good F smash right there to catch that drop-off nair from Miker. Like, you could tell that Miker had the right idea, just not the execution to do so. Burrito, on the other hand, had really, really good execution. Had a few mess-ups, but was able to bring it back and made the most out of it with that lead.
Yeah, I think overall, Burrito just able to just finalize on all these actions and ideas. And Miker, like, obviously you want to play it safe against a character like Jigglypuff, who can easily get these punishes, but you also don't want to hinder your ability to approach and hinder your ability to, you know, really capitalize on certain mistakes.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think that Jigglypuff actually has the approaching advantage in that.